Why the entrances? It looks cheese. The way they stand around looking awkward whilst the entrances happen. Women, they don't say a word. And the men have shit trash talk. Really fucking weird. Why are they wearing wrestling gear? You'd naturally wear trackies. Why standing around? The heel would want to get an upper hand. They're filming it like camera ops don't exist. Asuka calls the lift. Obviously a cameraman in there. Cuts to outside of Asuka walking into the lift. Nobody's there. Looks fucking weird. With the amount of cuts in the gym sequence, you can't see one camera operator. With Corbin smashing the mirrors, they're obviously moving to a new building soon. AJ gets trapped under weights that he can easily escape from. Love the random brother love appearance. The women actually caught up with Asuka via the stairs. Their lifts are fucking slow. No wonder they're moving to a new building. The fuck was that clown meant to be? B-Tech doink. Funny how every room that they end up in has lots of money in the bank branding. Steph was obviously not there in person. How did someone not clear the rules, and where the final case was with Mandy after spouting nothing but that fact for the past month on WWE TV? A paper poster knocks out Mandy. AJ wastes a lot of time taunting a poster of Ray. Random purposely built shot of Reigns winning at Mania after there's rumour of a lot of heat on him and removing him from a TV package last Monday. Obviously got a word back to WWE and they had to make it out like they weren't ignoring a two-time cancer survivor. Rather than trying to win the match, AJ continues to open every door in the 3,000 room building. AJ gets spooked by a poster of The Undertaker. AJ luckily opens up the room with Undertaker's setup. What if he didn't? It was highly likely he would have walked straight past it. Black closes the door with AJ screaming, "No!" Somebody should tell him he can easily press the door handle down and escape. Heyman sets a bad example to the kids by refusing to eat salads and goes straight for carbs. What the fuck is Heyman doing with the whole buffet to himself? I get the joke that he's fat, but I can see this whole cafeteria is going to waste. 30 seconds later, and I guess correctly, Lesnar-Otis feud has been set up via a food fight. Baszler attacks Ray, but a man isn't allowed to attack a woman. Equality. Not sure what the point in the Jax-Otis standoff. Such a waste of food. That could have been eaten in such a tough time. Reigns on the WrestleMania poster played a predominant role in that whole section. Otis picks out a handful of nuts, throw them at his face, and none of them end up in his mouth. John Laurinaitis gets pie-faced, for absolutely no reason. Asuka starts shouting near inaudible Japanese to what looks like a younger teenager starting out a career as a cleaner and gets frustrated that he doesn't understand her. She can speak very good English. Obvious comedic spot of Rose slipping on the wet floor. Comedy. After all this running, nobody's out of breath. Even Jax. She's out of breath. With no explanation to how he got out, by opening a door like a regular person, AJ is back in the match and manages to randomly find anyone rather than going straight to the roof via the lift. Vince looks fucking awful. As the owner of the WWE, Vince's office has the least branding in the entire building. Vince sets a good example of using hand sanitizer. I'm not buying that's Vince's office. It looks awfully difficult to access. Crazy to think in the boardroom the amount of crazy, stupid ideas that were passed and agreed by Vince's yes men.
I'm going to the roof!
It's only taken 15 minutes, but Corbin has finally announced that he's going to the roof. Only when he's had a million other chances of doing so. I finally spotted a camera up on top of the building. The constant fast cuts make me feel sick. Jax, who isn't out of breath after going up 40 flights of stairs within 15 minutes, climbs the ladder step by step with no shortness of breath. Asuka smacks the ladder off of Jax's head. Thought they had a no headshot policy. Reported! How are there so many helicopter shots, but you can't see or hear them whilst on the roof? I've just realised how nice it is not hearing Cole spout some generic commentator shit down our ears. Plus 1 point. Why is Corbin telling Asuka to not grab her briefcase? What's he got to do with him? Happy for Asuka. Plus 1 point. Cole talks. Minus 1 point. As the men come through the door 10 seconds later, All the women have magically disappeared. Hilarious spot with Otis breaking the ladder due to his weight, yet in the past, Mark Henry, Kane, Big Show, they've all managed to climb a standard ladder. Lucky how the camera up was on the button for getting the shot of Otis breaking the steps on the ladder. Imagine the outrage if they did the same spot with Nia. Equality. Corbin lands perfectly for Otis to do his worm. I know it's all set up, but try and make it look a bit more natural. There are now 2 helicopters flying around the building, and yet we can't see or hear neither of them. Corbin murders Ray. Corbin murders Black. I still don't understand the point in these trees around the ring. What have they got to do with anything? This was shot before Anderson and Gallows got sacked, and now makes no sense why AJ is wearing an OC shirt. No, AJ won that match. He grabbed the case individually first. Cole's commentary. Now they slowed it down. AJ dropping the briefcase and Otis catching it was obviously done in 2 completely different takes. Not giving the wing clean to Otis is really not going to help him go over with the fans. I'm looking forward to seeing a heel turn.